We can't fail, she insisted. The world depends on it. They kissed one last time, as if they sensed they were saying goodbye. Then they raised their staves and wands and began to chant. Cleopatra's needle glowed with power. I yanked my hand away from the sarcophagus, my eyes stung with tears.
You knew my mother,
I shouted at Isis.
You encouraged her to open that obelisk. You got her killed.
I waited for her to answer. Instead, a ghostly image appeared in front of me, a projection of my father shimmering in the light of the golden coffin. Sadie, he smiled. His voice sounded tinny and hollow, the way it used to on the phone when he'd call from far away, from Egypt or Australia or God knows where. Don't blame Isis for your mother's fate. None of us understood exactly what would happen. Even your mother could only see bits and pieces of the future. But when the time came, your mother accepted her role. It was her decision. To die? I demanded. Isis should have helped her. You should have helped her. I hate you! As soon as I said it, something broke inside of me. I started to cry. I realized I wanted to say that to my dad for years. I blamed him for Mum's death, blamed him for leaving me. But now that I'd said it, all the anger drained out of me, leaving me nothing but guilt. I'm sorry, I sputtered. I didn't... Don't apologize, my brave girl. You have every right to feel that way. You had to get it out. What you're about to do, you have to believe it's for the right reasons, not because you resent me. I don't know what you mean. He reached out to brush a tear from my cheek, but his hand was just a shimmer of light. Your mother was the very first in many centuries to communicate with Isis. It was dangerous, against the teachings of the house, but your mother was a diviner. She had a premonition that chaos was rising. The house was failing. We needed the gods. Isis could not cross the Duat. She could barely manage a whisper, but she told us what she could about the imprisonment. She counseled Ruby on what must be done. The gods could rise again, she said, but it would take many hard sacrifices. We thought the obelisk would release all the gods, but that was only the beginning. Isis could have given Mom more power, or at least Bast. Bast offered. No, Sadie. Your mother knew her limits. If she had tried to host a god fully used the divine power, she would have been consumed, or worse. She freed Bast and used her own power to seal the breach. With her life, she bought you some time. Me? But you and your brother have the strongest bond of any kin in 3,000 years. Your mother studied the lineage of the pharaohs. She knew this to be true. You have the best chance at relearning the old ways and healing the breach between the magicians and the gods. Your mother began the stirring. I unleashed the gods from the Rosetta Stone, but it will be your job to restore Mayat. You can help, I insisted. Once we free you... Sadie, he said forlornly, when you become a parent, you may understand this. One of the hardest jobs as a father, one of my greatest duties, was to realize that my own dreams, my own goals and wishes, are secondary to my children's. Your mother and I have set the stage, but it is your stage. The pyramid's designed to feed chaos. It consumes the power of other gods and makes Set stronger.